Hello, this is the Wall 200 with a new rant video about PC ports and how they're been lately been really bad. Like, I know there's a few games that are like outliers of the situation, like the Batman game. The Batman game was one of the worst examples I've seen in a very long time. How they fucked up a port. There have been a lot of past games also that had shitty ports, like Dark Souls, Mafia 3. Also, very poorly optimized games. Like Call of Duty is very, I guess, infamous for its poorly optimized games. It's like shit like this is like the PC always gets like the shit ports almost every fucking time. It's just like, and more, it seems to be happening more and more often. This is why I'm ranting. This is like, what the fuck? I know Batman now finally is a playable game, but it shouldn't be released in such that fucking state. I know it had a lot of circumstances behind it, why it was a shit port, but how they outsourced it and they had like 10 people working on it and shit like that. But like, it just seems like it's more and more of these titles are coming out are just not very well optimized, or it has just shitty glitches and it needs patches constantly. And it was Dishonored 2 had like a day 10 gigabyte. I think that was a universal thing, but it just seems like all these games that come out on the PC just have really bad ports. And what the one with Dark Souls was so bad, like the modding community came together and fixed the game pretty much for them, which is, you fucked up when you have to have a mod community come in and like reamp your game. The way they handled the Dark Souls mod was, port, excuse me, was really fucking poorly done, and I just couldn't believe like the modding community had to make the game better for them. You're really fucked up when and that's a good thing about PCs. Modders can come in there and kind of like fix the game, but it shouldn't be up to them to fix shitty ports of for the PC. And it's just like this ongoing trend with PC and ports and how they're just poorly done overall. I don't get why the consoles get top priority for glitches and patches and stuff like that. I know they, consoles are sometimes just as bad. That was what was it? Assassin's Creed Unity. That was a whole pretty much platform. Every single platform was just that was a total fucking disaster on their part, and it took a long time to get that fucking fixed and stuff like that. So it's just not the PC, but it seems like the PC gets the major shit end of the deal, other than the consoles. I guess consoles get top priority over anything else since they're a lot more popular and there's a lot more demand for it. I'm not saying PC's inferior in any way at all, so let's just get that straight right now. I'm just saying, it seems like developers are focused way more on the console end, because I guess more or less more popular. I know there's a lot of PC players. I'm not saying it's less of an audience, but certain games certainly do have less of an playing audience. More like Call of Duty, majorly the first-person shooters. It's like the PC player count is way lower than the console players. So they take top priority to getting those games right, because they know way more people are probably going to play it than on the PC. So I guess if you actually fucking did halfway decent of a job porting this shit, then the PC players wouldn't be as pissed, and they would actually play your shitty ass game that you just dump on the PC. A lot of these developers, I don't get where they're going with it. The Batman was probably the worst one in a long time, and I'm glad they finally get it to run decently, and it actually plays pretty good now. And I just couldn't. it just pisses me off that it takes them so long to fix that shit when it shouldn't really ever come out to the PC in that kind of a state, and where you have to go in and essentially change a few settings in there and turn off a few things just to get it to run decently on your fucking high-end machine. A lot of these people have high-end machines and they still run like complete shit because they're so poorly optimized for the PC. It's just like I don't get why they, I guess, prioritize consoles, but I kind of see that at the same time because there's a lot more player base on the consoles. So I guess they don't focus on the PC's ports as much. I don't know, understand why, because it doesn't give them as much money. That's my only thing I can think of. Thank you for listening. Rate, comment, and subscribe.